Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to try to lead us through DraftingS, but this time in Fusion 360, a program that I'm just learning, so I'm sure there's all kinds of mistakes and things that I'm going to learn and change. With that being said, how we're going to get into our assignment is down here in our week 3. We should be able to see the assignment page where it says 3.1. Click on that to open it up, and in that 3.1 we are going to see this link. All right, which is going to get us into Fusion 360, which you may have practiced in the last assignment. I'm going to have another link down here that's going to have these tutorials on here so it can lead you through the process. Now, first thing I want to do is click on this link to get going. Continue. It might have you log in if you aren't currently just logging in automatically. So you might have to go through and enter your email and your password. After you do that, you want to hit Launch Fusion 360. Now, things I've had happen here is I've had weird things like I try to take you to making a new team again. If that happens to you, please just close this tab and start again. And I've seen that happen as much as 4 or 5 times in a row. I'm not sure what's going on there, but please just restart, retry, and hopefully you can get through that loop and back to this load. I'm going to pause the video right now because I don't want to have to watch, I guess, another 80% of loading. I'll be back in a little bit. All right, once your screen loads, what you should be able to do is then slide down. All these check marks are happening, and we're going to hit OK. And that will get us into Autodesk Fusion 360. It takes a little while to pop this piece up. Things I've noticed is sometimes the grid's there, sometimes the grid's gone. In this web-based version, it's not 100% perfect that way. At the same time, I have a few ways to kind of get that to show up. Now, when we get into our web-based piece, if it doesn't load correctly, you're missing some stuff here, all right? Like you can see right now, mine is still loading, so let it have some time. Be patient, let it wait that way. But if it's not showing up, our cube over here, our view cube, or any of those things, missing settings here, one thing I've noticed you can do is go up to our 3 dots. This is how we make it the whole screen, by the way, too, full screen. And what full screen does when we snap in and out of it every once in a while is it loads correctly. Right? And if you didn't like it that way, you can always go back by just going to the middle here and hitting the X and that drop down for it to go back to the other piece. Now, what we're going to do in this video is just get our piece set up and get ready to start to go. So the first thing is we're going to come in and we're going to name this. So we're going to change this from being untitled. This is going to kind of save in a cloud that's on Fusion 360, which I'm still kind of wrapping my head around and trying to understand. With that being said, we're going to go over here to where it says Save. That's the little disk up here. Click the Save menu. You already have a team name. That's probably where it's telling you to put this location. I've called mine 8th grade drafting. We're just going to call this something that makes sense, like 3.1 DraftingS, or just DraftingS, meaning we're making a drafting practice thing here that's it's very, very square. And it's a save in our 8th grade drafting. When we hit Save here, we should see the middle of our piece here update where it says 3.1 DraftingS, and it says version 1 at the end. All right, we're kind of getting there and getting ready to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up some of our, I guess, document settings that are going to help us be in the right place. First of all, we're going to go to the view. All right, over here in the cube, the view that we can see right now is kind of an ISO view. If you can see your grid, it's kind of laying down in an ISO view. We want to go to the front plane there, and mine should be snapping and showing grid, but it's still not. I'm not sure what happened, but a few days ago, it just quit doing that. So with that being said, it's okay. It's going to turn out all right later on. If we can't get to our front or it's upside down or whatever else, you can also flip it right and left as far as 90 the opposite way, kind of roll it over with the arrows over here. Now, after we go to the front, the next thing we're going to do is go to our document settings. And in our document settings, we're going to click the arrow to expand. We're going to click the paper here to be able to click this paper to edit what type of active units we have. And in this assignment, we're going to be in inches, or actually in all of my 8th grade stuff, we're in inches. And then if you want it to be the default, because you're going to be doing that the entire time with me, you could set that check mark there. I'm just going to hit OK. Now, after I set those up, you can see that it's changed from mm over here to in, representing inches, but I still want to change a few more things so my numbers come in correctly, and that is found in some more preferences that are found underneath of our name, up here in the upper right-hand side, our account, I guess, little circle with our RL for me, or you should be your initials. With that being said, it shows up sometimes too as like a face, I think. But we want to go to preferences. Now, in preferences, where we're going to specifically, because there's a lot of these, we want to go over to here where it says unit and value display. Make sure we select that to blue it up, making sure it's highlighted. And then in the fourth thing down, I have already changed mine, but yours will be in decimal, and you want it to be in fractional. All right. Now we're getting ready and getting set up and ready to go. All right. Hit OK. You might have to apply that too, but I'm just hitting OK. I think it should work. Now, with that being said, now we're ready to start making our DraftingS, and that's kind of where I'm going to just leave us here. Oh, actually, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm sorry. I'm changing my mind in the middle of the video, and that is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to start sketching. All right. And what I'm going to do is this: I'm going to get, I guess, my rectangle down. So I'm going to hit Create Sketch. I'm going to select the middle origin there in the existing plane. It shows my grid squares now showing up. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and find out, oh, the rectangle is what I want. But if I don't run my mouse around and just hit the letter R on my keyboard, I guess the pirate's favorite letter, we can select that origin and then slide up to the upper right-hand corner, trying to make this a relative size, meaning we're going to be 3 inches tall by 4 11/16 across. If we get it relatively close, we can just drop it. All right, we're going to be able to edit those things starting in the next video. This is getting started though. If you're worried, you can always hit save. And it's going to make sure that it says version description. I'm not going to update that in this video, but you could always update yours. You can make it a milestone. Still not quite sure how that works yet, but just hit OK so you know you've saved it. Now, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.